sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe for more content. So if you're new to the channel, most of the stuff we cover on here is backpacking, survival, wilderness survival, bushcraft, gear reviews, stuff like that. But with everything going on, I'm going to make a series of videos in the next couple weeks on emergency preparedness and some of my thoughts on what's going on. If you've been following the news at all, we're not in a good place right now. So there's a lot of stuff coming on with the hurricanes and stuff that is coming down the pipes this winter, let's just say, in the world. And so right now we're going to take a step back. We're going to talk about emergency preparedness. And if you haven't, go on and hit back. I did about a year ago, I did a video on my bug out bag. We're going to revisit that because it's changed quite a bit from that video and improved. So go check that video. Coming up, we're going to have another one. But right now, this is just kind of an introductory video. And I'm going to kind of talk about what I'm concerned about coming up this, fall and winter. If we think back to, 2020 pandemic, a lot of us seen the supply chain draw up. We've seen a lot of civil unrest and stuff during those few years. And I think we're going to see a resurgence of that. A lot of people like myself, we have families and people that rely on us, people that we want to take care of. And so we try to stay a little ahead of the curve and do the best that we can. Just a quick overview. We're going to dive into this a lot more in some other videos coming up. So if you want to see those videos, hit the notification bell and subscribe so you'll be notified when I keep pumping out these videos, because we have quite a bit of stuff on this topic coming out. My wife is a phenomenal cook to start off with, and we try to keep a decent amount of food in the house, but we have emergency food. And somebody that spends a lot of time in the wilderness, whether it be backpacking, camping, overlanding, stuff like that, I keep probably 2 or 3 weeks just of Mountain House available because I use it so much. I just burn through it. And that's not talking about long-term food storage, but we're going to talk a little bit about long-term food storage. So we're going to be prepared for what's coming. We're not going to be scared. We're not going to be panic buying. We're going to talk about what we can do to make sure that we're ready to handle whatever comes, and we can sit back and just enjoy the show, as it were. The main thing that I want to talk about is what we took back about with the pandemic and the civil unrest, the toilet paper shortage of 2020 and 2021. We remember all of that craziness. There was a lot of stuff like that took place. And so we're going to talk about food. And if you watch this channel, a lot of you guys have camping and backpacking gear. And we're going to talk about how a lot of this stuff goes hand in hand with emergency preparedness. For the past year or so, I've been traveling back and forth, from east to west, growing up in the east and predominantly in the south. During the pandemic, where I lived, we got hit by a tornado while the pandemic first started up in that spring. So we got a double whammy, people. I mean, it was a bad time. And so if you go through enough chaos, you learn that there is things you need to do to prepare. Before the career that I was in, I was in emergency management. I also worked as a medic, a wildland firefighter, structural firefighter, and I did a little dabbling with some tactical response medicine, stuff like that. So coming from that kind of a background, you have a little of a mindset on, seeing the dangers and preparing. So we're going to talk a lot about that in the next coming up videos. Personally, do I think things are going to get a little crazy like they did before in the next couple months? Absolutely. I was a little hopeful because, you got to worry about bills and pay bills and working and stuff like that. So we're going to talk about how you can be ready for whatever could be coming in the next couple months. And we're going to be talking about how you can be safe and keep your family safe, and just some good housekeeping and good practices for the coming chaos. So I'm not going to dive in too much to it. This is just an introductory video. We're going to go over some stuff and how to integrate your outdoor gear into emergency preparedness. And we're going to get into kind of how you can transfer that over to prepping and be ready for whatever comes, and some lessons learned from, I don't want to say a professional in this area, but somebody that actually has seen a thing or two and has some pretty decent advice. So Make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe. We will see you on the upcoming videos. The next video, we're going to be talking about how to store away your supplies at your home for the next coming months and being ready for some chaos. So we will see you on the next video. Stay safe, get out there, enjoy the outdoors, and we'll catch you on the next video.